주가 아닌 한번 독주를 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 두 분이 함께하는 연주와는 또 다른 색다른 느낌 한번 기대해 보겠습니다.
Hey guys, welcome to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the 1966 romantic drama Homme, Une Femme. This is a French film directed by Claude Lelouch and starring Anouk, Aimee, and and Jean-Louis Trintignant. The film is about a widow and a widower connecting with each other at their kids' boarding school and their subsequent romantic entanglement. I wanted to watch this for Valentine's Day. Romance, yay. And I actually found out this has been kind of accidentally its own version of Before Sunrise, the Before trilogy, before the Before trilogy came out. This had a sequel 20 years later in 1986 and had a subsequent one in 2019. So they've got Jesse and Celine beat. Anouk Aimee is one of my, I don't know if I could go all the way to say favorite actresses in cinema, but she is one of my favorites to look at. And while I've seen her in kind of sparing roles in Fellini films, I'd love to take the opportunity to see what she could do with like a more meaty and expansive role. So that's my reason for checking out A Man and a Woman, and I'm sticking by it. And before we get started, if you like this video, then click the like button. And if you like the stuff that I do on this channel in general, subscribe to see more. Cool, let's check out A Man and a Woman, an Homme et une Femme. Oh, it's too loud. I didn't adjust the volume. God damn it.
Petite fille lui dit: Oh, grand-mère!
Oh, grand-mère.
Comme vous avez de grands yeux!
Comme vous avez de grands yeux.
C'est pour mieux te voir, mon enfant.
She's telling the story of Little Red Riding Hood.
Grand-mère, comme vous avez un long nez!
Wow.
C'est pour mieux te
I've
sentir.
never seen Anouk Aimee in color before. What a treat. Oh, girl is so pretty. Jesus.
C'est pour mieux te manger!
On the Audrey to Marilyn spectrum, I definitely fall very heavily on the Audrey side. Ooh, I like the 60s silhouette. Kind of it's Dior-ish. You got like the A silhouette and kind of tight, form-fitting pants, I guess. And in keeping with the 60s style, he's wearing cat eyes. Like what's the CIA agent's name in James Bond? The first introduction to that character, he's also wearing cat eyes.
Antoine, j'ai réfléchi, nous allons aller au karting.
Oh my god, eat the rich. Oh jeez. That's cute. That was a cute reveal. Just playing games with his kid. What a quick way to endear your character to the audience. Some American movies spend like 20 minutes on just establishing that. I think it's kind of like important. I mean, it's like establishing their character, but it's also like establishing their values to have the two characters start off with depicting small scenes of their relationship with their children. It kind of like privileges that relationship as like the forefront of their characters, of what's important to them. Generally, I think kids are important to their parents, but sometimes in movies you need to be specific about it. I guess Dior's A silhouette was in the 50s. I don't know. What do I know about fashion? Look at me. Assez drôle. You watch. By the end of this, I'm going to be able to speak French fluently. It's a fact. Is he fucking driving on the beach? Are you allowed to do that? Were 60s cars just built different? Felix Leiter, that's his name. Felix Leiter. I didn't even have to look it up. Felix Leiter is the Bond character. And suddenly we're in black and white. It's nice seeing her play kind of like a exuberant character or kind of ecstatic character. At least more so than she's allowed to show in Fellini's films. I'm trying to think of when I see this kind of where I've seen this kind of black and white stock before, because from what I remember, French films, they don't usually look like black and whites. They don't usually look like this. This is like a very specific like style and like generation. It looks like the It looks treated. It looks like the nighttime scenes in Tarkovsky films.
Ah, mais vous savez qu'il ne travaille pas. Paresseux.
C'est pas parler sérieusement avec une jolie femme.
Faites attention.
It's a good lesson. I should take some advice on that.
Et peut-être même du verglas. Oui.
So like his car is important to him too. I mean, I know from the sequels that he doesn't die or anything, but all of his like dangerous driving makes me wonder if this is like anticipating. This is like foreshadowing that he's going to have like a vehicular collision, meet an accident at the end of the film. Oh my god.
Ça vous arrive souvent de rater votre train?
Oui, assez. En général, je suis pas très précise.
How do you get to be so beautiful? Those eyebrows, that nose, that chin. In some ways, I'm like, why am I the way that I am?
Ah, bien sûr.
But I refuse to apologize. There are definitely worse traits to my personality than thinking that Anouk Aimee is beautiful. How do they already have like this chemistry together? They have like barely said anything to each other. They just fucking turn it on. What the fuck?
Vous êtes mariés?
Et vous? Vous n'avez pas une tête d'homme marié.
Oh really? What does a married person look like?
Et comment s'est fait une tête d'homme marié?
Sad, tired, bored, hungry, desperate.
Que fait donc votre mari?
I'm a cowboy, baby. Is he an actor? Is he a stuntman?
Il n'est pas seulement acteur.
Holy shit! What a shot! I can't believe they put the camera in there.
Et votre mari est original.
It's interesting the way that their relationship is framed. I mean, it's framed in an idyllic sense of like them doing lots of like activities and stuff, and it's good variation compared to what she's doing with Jean-Louis. Are they all basically named after themselves in this movie? But it's a good contrast to what she does with the relationship she has currently with Jean-Louis. It's a relationship that's established on activity as opposed to chemistry. You don't really get many moments of intimacy or closeness with them.
Dites-moi, dimanche prochain, je retourne à Deauville. Si vous voulez profiter de ma voiture, et puis je serai très heureux de faire la connaissance de votre mari.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you'd love. Zoom right in on his sweaty brow. Dude is thirsty. Ooh, that's close. Girl, where do you get those eyelashes from?
Vous en parliez avec tellement d'humour, je pouvais pas imaginer qu'il était mort.
Pour dimanche, je vous remercie.
Je ne sais pas votre téléphone.
Lots of zooms.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. He definitely said that like a man in love. Bonsoir. This movie's just a little bit underlit. I mean, I understand that they're using naturalistic lighting and stuff, but it makes it difficult to tell all these fucking French men apart from each other. They all look so similar to me. I mean, I guess if it's to do with, you know, driving and sports vehicles, then it's gotta be Jean-Louis, because, you know, we've established in his character that he's obsessed with automobiles. What time is it? Who am I? I've seen Jean-Louis Trintignant in something else. What have I seen him in? Trois couleurs. Oh, the conformist, obviously. I'm dumb. He's the main character in The Conformist. Cool. Man. Going all the way back to the first movie I did for this channel. See, I don't recognize French people. All these shots with the cameras inside the actual cockpit. I'm so worried for these camera operators. I guess it fits the era that this is the time when like interests in F1 and high performance vehicles was at a peak, at a premium in Europe. What's that famous like race car movie that came out around this time?
Non. Non, vous conduisez normalement.
Why are dudes so obsessed with like women having to know what good drivers they are? He's a gangster in his head. God. Is he a pimp? Jesus. Jean-Louis Trintignant, from the 2 movies I've seen him in, will never not look like a dork to me. Just an absolute dork.
Vous savez, mon métier c'est très technique, c'est difficile d'en parler, ça ennuie les femmes de parler de choses techniques. Tout ce que je peux vous raconter.
Yeah, this is like difficult, like flirting conversation. I'm like, maybe it's just from a different time when women were okay with talking with men about their jobs, but like, how do you make interesting conversation out of this topic when like, I don't know, without it being a dude explaining stuff to a woman the entire conversation? I guess that's an interesting way to approach it. Instead of talking about it from the technical aspects, you have to talk about it from the emotional aspects. So talking about like superstitions of the job and how like different employers from like different regions have different superstitions. That's a way to make your talking about your job more relatable. I'm having a hard time getting a beat on, oh my god, how big is that lighter? Just fuck already. You know, as much as a dork Jean-Louis Trintignant looks like, the dude has a smolder. I'll give it to him. The dude has a smolder. They've definitely got like good like friend energy that's translating well into movie flirt energy. But they definitely seem like they have very good IRL friend energy. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe they fucking hate each other, but that's the impression I'm getting. Oh, you just fucking tripped that kid, man. You fucking bastard. Jesus. He's crying his eyes out right now. Greatest movie villain ever. Top 10 anime betrayals. So beautiful. Are we going back to the first scene of them again? In the car? Okay. Why not, I guess. Wow, he is such a central Ooh. Making a pass there, sir. Okay. So what you gonna do about it, Anne? Do it. You won't. Coward.
Vous ne m'avez jamais parlé de votre femme.
Oof.
Dis, tu sais, je vais être avec toi tout le temps, à chaque seconde, jusqu'au bout. Je t'aime, Jean-Louis, je t'aime.
Okay. Ex-wife is coming in hot. Le Mans? Literal Ford versus Ferrari? Literal Ferrari versus Mustang? Wait, is this actually at Le Mans? How? Like these days? What? Oh shoot. I like, it's just like kind of a like an anchoring detail. They like still include like the audio effects of the race going on outside, so you still get a sense of like location. Oh boy, That's not looking good.
Puisque Jean-Louis Duroc a été transporté d'urgence au bloc opératoire du circuit.
And I like how they're still running the sounds over her driving to him. That's cool. That's like it's a little bit surreal. It's evoking a sense, a feeling rather than expressing the literal events. That's cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so she decided to stay strong for her husband, for when he recovers. But also, like, what, like, an intensely gendered, like, cause of death for their respective spouses. Like, her husband died in a stuntman explosion accident, and the wife had a nervous breakdown and killed herself. Okay, whatever. I guess the man was too reckless and the woman too nervous. Ooh, boy. Ooh, so forward. Oh shit, she's just like completely shut that down. Oh great. Difficult weather conditions, as we've seen throughout this entire movie, leading up to, you know, the implied or the foreshadowed ending of him getting into a collision, which of course isn't going to happen because there's 2 sequels to this movie. It sucks to live in the future. Mustang Salah. This is no good, that's no good. Makes you wonder why they hold these races that are so dangerous for the drivers. Maybe not hold it in the dead of winter when things are frozen solid. Oh god, I love that shot. Oh my god. Anouk, Aimee. Vous êtes une star. And I like how for this sequence they're also maintaining the audio of the race going on. Stick girl. Gonna pause. I could hear my soup burning. Dans célébration de l'honneur de voir cette film, let's have some brie cheese. Bring out the true Parisien in all of us. I'm sure President is made nowhere near Paris, but, you know, whatever. I can't tell you how happy I am that they decided to do construction outside as I'm shooting this. Just thrilled. Some semi-soft, semi-hard cheese. Mmm. That would go great with a cracker. Don't know why I'm just eating it on its own naked like that. But you know, whatever. She is such a star. I just love how, like, languid she is. She just looks so relaxed. There's just no stiffness whatsoever to any Anouk Aimee performance I've seen. Which is an interesting contrast because she's actually quite reserved and very minimal in her acting. So, like, seeing that combination, oh, just the way she, like, leans against her collar and against her glove. Just that combination of relaxedness and reserve, it's a beautiful combo. It is a star-making combo. So much snow! How are you going that fast in all that snow? And why are people standing so close to the road?
Allô? Allô, mademoiselle, je voudrais envoyer un télégramme à Monte-Carlo.
I love your lazy eyes, girl. Not like lazy as in like lazy as in like just like sleepy. Sleepy eyes. That would have been a better thing to say.
Avec un C. Bravo.
Bravo.
Je vous ai vu à la télé, Anne. Non, non, attendez, attendez.
Okay, read it back to me.
Je vous aime, Anne.
What?
Oui, c'est ça, oui. Montmartre 1540.
Yeah, read that back to me again.
Mademoiselle, dans combien de temps ça arrive?
Yo, that is forward. Girl, taking steps for yourself. Girlfriends doing it for themselves. Ooh. What you gonna do, bud? You read that fucking telegram, man? You've read that? Don't show it to your friend, you weirdo. I have to go see about a girl. Son of a bitch. He just won Monte Carlo. Go get that girl! Get the fuck out of my way! I'm chasing after Anouk and Aimee! Yeah, I'm checking out. Excuse me. Oh, I didn't know they had electric razors back then. Just drove straight on through the night. There's actually a great episode of SB Nation. It's called Secret Base now, but there's a great episode of SB Nation about like the history of the Mariners. That's about it's like the start of the episode is about Ken Griffey Jr.'s father. Ken Griffey Sr. Playing with the New York Yankees, I think, and he's like experiencing so much like stress on the road or whatever. And he's like missing out on like the birth or the first few months of his son. And so after like striking out at an away game, he gets into his car, doesn't talk to anybody, and drives for like 36 hours from Colorado, I think, all the way to Florida just to be with his wife and kids. And it's just a beautiful story. Check out that. I'll put a link. Why not?
Excusez-moi, madame, il n'y a personne chez madame Gauthier.
Oh, mais elle me dit pas toujours ce qu'elle fait.
Police!
Je crois qu'elle est allée voir sa petite fille à Deauville.
À Deauville. Was he driving his rally car this entire time? What a weirdo. I guess he really wanted to make it there in time. Man, that is banged up. That has literally been going for like 6,000 kilometers. Yeah, and again with the use of like J cuts on like audio and stuff, I like how they intersperse the sound of like the whatever, like the lighthouse before actually going to the scene at the pier. He's like literally driving this car on a pier. I love this. This is like it's like rom-comish. He's like literally chasing after the girl in the airport in a race car. This is just absolutely charming. This is exactly what I want to see in my movie. This is the best like meet her at the airport scene I could ever imagine. And little Antoine is just running away. I was expecting this to be like a serious romance, but this is just cute shit. Just send the movie there. We don't need anything else. Sorry to say we haven't like developed their characters at all or really specified on their relationship, but we just need cute shit like this. Oh yes. Oh, Anouk. Jean-Louis Trintignant. Yeah, when you never expect it to go that far. European movies just be like, I do what I want. You'll never get a beat on what the tone of this movie is supposed to be. You know why? Because I'm European. That's like what I imagine too when I'm fantasizing having sex with the person I'm having sex with. I imagine us having sex in outside in the snow. I Dr. Zhivago it with them. I'm like at a crossroads because like in one way I'm like, wow, they have such peak friendship energy, and then there's just shots with him with his dick inside her, and I'm like, perhaps not. I don't know. She seems like she's kind of out of it while they're doing it. La folie. Oh, that's her ex. Oh shit. That's her deceased husband. Oh no. Yo, that's fucked. She's imagining picking up lambs, picking up ewes with her dead husband while having sex with him. Yo! No good. Time to go. She's just like, this is gonna help me come. Did he also have a convertible? She certainly has a type, if that's the case. Dude, do not picture your deceased spouse while having sex with another person. I know it can't be helped to a certain degree, but like, if it happens to you, don't finish while thinking that, please.
Pourquoi?
Suis une lesbienne.
À cause de mon mari.
Her bra is still on.
Mais il est mort.
Yo, it's true, but you can't just say that to a woman. It wasn't even good sex anyway. Her makeup is not disturbed at all. Her hair is basically still in place, as is his. And she hasn't even removed all her garments. They were just like, actually just rolling on top of each other for like 4 minutes. This is just the most awkward thing in the world. It's interesting, because like, this movie is like, in terms of like dramatic action, it doesn't have as much stakes. I mean, in terms of backstory, it has huge stakes. Like, these two are dealing with like a degree of grief and they're dealing with grief and with newfound love. But in terms of dramatic stakes, like, not a lot is happening in this movie, and yet it manages to achieve an actual degree of like investment and surprise and whatever people feel, catharsis towards the outcome of the movie. More so than I think Bride Wars or 27 Dresses or Maid of Honor or Leap Year. I don't know why I'm thinking of like mid 2000s, early 2010s romantic comedies. But it is interesting and very, very French that this movie manages to elicit a lot of very peculiar, specific, and perhaps even strongly felt emotions over a movie that has essentially no dramatic stakes to it whatsoever. Like, imagine Brief Encounter if neither of them were married.
Pourquoi m'avez-vous dit que votre mari était mort?
Il est mort. Pas encore pour moi.
Il y a comme ça des dimanches qui commencent bien et qui finissent mal. C'est incroyable quand même. C'est incroyable de s'empêcher d'être heureux.
Hey, people do it every day. I gotta tell you, it's easier than you think. If people's happiness comes into contradiction with their worldview, most of the time, they will choose their worldview. If she can be happy without a husband or unhappy with one. Most of the time, she's gonna choose to be unhappy with one. This is the longest like friend zoning story I've ever seen on film. This is so interesting. I'm like going crazy. Did like Nora Ephron and Rob Reiner like intentionally or accidentally see this before doing When Harry Met Sally? It's such a similar setup.
Qu'est-ce que je prends? Je sais pas. J'ai pas faim.
Une grillade?
Oui,
Deux châteaux.
Dude, I'm so sad right now. But like, also, this is like completely reasonable. It's a strange thing to be feeling at the end of a movie.
À quelle heure êtes-vous parti hier de Monte-Carlo?
Yo, I'm so sad right
Je suis
now.
pas content. On n'a pas pris assez de choses, non?
You both ordered Chateaubriand, that's fine.
Garçon! Vous avez des chambres?
Oh! It's too bad it ended, unfortunately, and it ended sadly for them, but yo, what a line! Yo, man. Honestly, this movie fucks. Yo, this is actually like a great movie. I'm like shocked. I got a bit worried, but oh man, the balance of like tone and humor and like but also seriousness and a bit of like sadness or regret and whatever in this movie that spills through this movie. It's just like exactly what I was looking for. Did he drive to Paris to meet her at the train station? Oh no, it's a romantic ending too, but I'm like okay with it because this movie's been so charming the entire time. Ah! It's like a rom-com hidden inside of a European movie. It's like what could you not what else could you want? This movie had 2 chase scenes, 2 chase the girl across the airport scenes. I'm loving it. Did they set this all up? Are those extras, or did they actually like put her on a train and then film her coming off with him meeting her at the station? I'm like, I am charmed as fuck. Yo, I like literally never clap at a movie. The music is so good too. Oh. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Yo, that was super good. Oh god. Yeah, I love the tone it managed to strike. Like, there were some plotting points, to be sure, and, you know, I don't really care about rally car racing that much. There's a reason I don't like Ford versus Ferrari. But, like, the balance of tone, of whimsy, and severity, like, they felt like real characters. Like, there's such a... There can be an issue with, like, rom-coms where, like, they reach such peak quirkiness that you're like, this isn't a regular human being anymore. But this managed to balance both, like, the quirkiness of their characters and also, like, the somberness of their characters. Because sometimes you get, like... this is just a matter of taste, but sometimes you get, like, you know, sad or remorseful or characters that are experiencing grief, and it's also, like, the opposite side of quirky, where it's like, this is too unreasonable to be real. Like, while I like kind of believe the relationship of Blue Velvet, seeing those two characters as individuals, I'm also like, oof, where are you from? But these two characters, like, I understand their struggles, I understand their joys, I love their relationship with their kids, and their relationship with each other, though, with a very strong platonic feeling to it. That's also like the relationship that Harry has with Sally, and that turned out all right. Yeah, they just felt like a real couple to me. A real weird, like, how do I put it? This is like this seems to me like two people who like maybe are like who are good for each other, but maybe aren't meeting each other at the right time. Like, that's actually like a Wong Kar-wai quote that I just like saw recently, that, you know, sometimes you're like right for each other, but it's the wrong time. I feel like these two characters are in a sense right for each other at the wrong time, but they pushed against the time. They pushed and waited and like were patient or were impatient enough to like realign with each other. And I think that's like a really cute story. And I would have even been fine if they didn't end up together at the end, because I think it was like a formative, like interesting and rewarding relationship enough on its own right before that. But yeah, this is exactly what I didn't know I wanted, but found out I needed. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, and definitely subscribe to watch some more old, obscure, and art house films. Happy Valentine's Day to those who are celebrating, and for the rest of us, continue living your normal life. Until next time, keep watching good movies. Find yourself a partner who will bring out the best Anouk and Aimee in you.